Thank you for turning to page 121. Welcome back to page 121. Today I'm going to take a look at a new product I just picked up from Monster Fight Club. It's a piece of their monster scenery, Bridges and Barricades. This was part of a Kickstarter that they did a year or two ago. I did not back the Kickstarter, but I did pick this up from a site on eBay. It looks like these are available to the public now. The packaging is really nice, with photos of the products that they offer and a complete layout of what's on the back, or what's in the box rather, is laid out on the back. This cost me about $35. Here's another set. I'm going to go ahead and open it. Now I've already used this in one of my games, so I know the contents of the box, but I'll show you some of the setups and we'll take a look. It came originally in these two Ziploc bags that I've held on to. I'm going to break out each and every piece. It came bagged nicely in these two bags. I'm going to go ahead and move the box out of the way and show the contents. You get several flights of stairs. There are four up and down, and you get two platforms. The idea being that you're going to go ahead and span the area across with your decking to make possibly a crude type of walkway for player characters and monsters to cross, things like that. And you can set it up like this, and then if you use both platforms you can even make a T intersection, or in this case a four-way intersection. I like these a great deal. I'm going to show it with a few of the figures for scale, and then I'm going to go into a little more detail on the product as it's packaged. So, if you have your player character group, they're crossing. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. I'm going to have our player characters crossing the bridge, and they see opposition on the far side of the bridge. I'm going to make this, in this case, a vampire. It's just a nice 3D way to represent the bridge and the problems that the player characters would have getting across the bridge. Can also change this around in many, many different ways. Go ahead and pull this guy. I can make it just a shorter bridge like that. I can make it a very short bridge, just up and over some area in the dungeon itself. A good place for the player characters to be able to flee. You've got a roiling ooze coming at them, or maybe a roper on the other side. These are both from WizKids, the pre-painted lines. They make beautiful figures. I own many figures now that I've wanted since I was brand new to D&D, but could never have. This set also falls into that category. I make pieces with Hearst Arts. If you've seen my other videos, you know that the Hearst Arts is a poured plaster. You pour it into molds and build the items. He has a set for a setup like this. The only problem is, because it's plaster, even though I use a very rigid, strong plaster, they tended to fall apart. You couldn't have enough sections to glue. These are all durable plastic and very usable. This came pre-painted. I didn't do a thing to this. I'm going to ahead. This looks like a door. So does this. I'm going to show you in just a minute what you can do with these pieces. But the other elements of this, you have a nice bridge running across here, is the fact that many of these pieces are removable. This is called the Bridge and Barricade Set. The idea being that you could have the player characters have set up some type of barricade. This on its side, and maybe another piece going across the top with the player characters hunkered inside, and there's a little doorway. So they've folded up a little area. You can also have this be some kind of kobold or goblin lair the player characters need to explore. to find out exactly what's going on, why the monsters are doing what they're doing, that kind of thing. Again, if the players are being menaced by a couple of really strong monsters on either side of them, it might be a good little place to run in and shelter for a while. With this set, you get these 2 door pieces, as I've said, for use as barricades. They're also on the other side, so you could use them not as doors. You get 4 of these bridge pieces. I'll lay all 4 out here. Go ahead and pull my monster out of the way there. You get 4 of these, which could also butt together to be some type of platform. These come with pieces that pop out. You get 2 of each, 2 with the 2 pieces that pop out, and 2 with 1 piece that pops out. So properly be like that. This can also be used as a gap in the bridge, perhaps part of it's fallen in. The player characters have to figure out how they're going to get across that gap, walking on the possibly fragile beam or trying to jump it, that sort of thing. So in addition to these bridge pieces, you get the insert pieces, of course. 6 of those to be had. They can be used also as part of your barricade. You don't have to use the bridge pieces for that. You can simply set your barricade up like this. And as I said before, you get 4 of the stair pieces and 2 of the platform. I'm very pleased with this set. I enjoy this type of thing. I love 3-dimensional representation on the game mat. The figures are scaled beautifully. The pieces are scaled beautifully to the figures, rather. You've got your giant monster back there, perhaps menacing the players as they try to get across whatever this chasm is. The plastic is very durable. It's not going to be prone to chipping or scraping on the paint. The paint will stay on. As I said, I've already used this on the tabletop, and it's as good as it was from the moment I took it out of the box. You can make a long setup with this. If you need a long bridge setup, it's very simple. The pieces work very well together, and it's very quick to change. So if you're in a situation in your game where the player characters need to be somewhere else or are a different type of bridge, you can simply change it as you go. Change it on the fly. Putting the gap pieces back in as you wish. This could also be used for some type of decking in some kind of tree forest or forest community, tree community, elven walkway. I use them as docks in the recent game. I simply set them up as if they're heading out into the water, much like this, and just put a gap between my 2 setups where the ships would be. I enjoy having 3-dimensional pieces and being able to represent things accurately on the tabletop. This was something that in early D&D, anybody who's DM'd or played as long as I have knows, we weren't always able to do back in the day. Now we can. We have a wide variety of things to choose from, and I, for one, am very excited about it. I consider that right now D&D is in one of its greatest renaissances, and I hope that products keep coming and imagination just keeps growing. Very pleased with these from Monster Fight Club. They also have other products, pre-painted rocks, pre-painted trees. I have not acquired either one of those. I actually have other manufacturer versions of those, so that's not something I'm necessarily in the market for. If you have used those products and you have any comments or criticisms about them, please let me know. I am going to be on the lookout for Monster Fight Club products in the future. I'm very pleased with this product to this point. Now, let me also state, I should have said this at the beginning, I guess. I don't work for my Monster Fight Club. I have never had anything to do with them. I paid for these pieces, and frankly, if I didn't like them, I would tell you in the video. So, I do recommend these. Very durable, very fun pieces that are going to see a lot of use on the tabletop. scale beautifully to the old D&D miniatures as well as the newer ones. There's my ever famous pirate girl from Reaper, and she scales beautifully with my old Grenadier and Rail Partha guys. So again, I recommend this product completely. I hope you enjoy it if you get it. And if you have any comments or have this set and have other ideas for how to use it, please leave some comments below. I'd be very interested in seeing those. And if anybody has any truly unique ways to do this, I might feature it in a future video. So that's it for today from page 121. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll see you next time. Well, that closes the book on another episode of page 121. Please leave your comments below, and if you enjoyed what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.